much, sir. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you. Okay. So, guys, the wait is over now. The tune is over now, and let's kickstart the program again with 100% of Josh and 100% of energy. 7 rules of life. Let it go. Ignore them. Give time. Okay. Just wait, huh? Okay. So, let's start again. There are basically 7 rules of life, which you all should always follow to have a successful and happier life. What are these rules? Let me introduce you and get into it. First is let it go. Second is ignore them. Third is give time. Fourth is do not compare. Sixth is stay calm. And seven, it's on your smile. So keep smiling, keep positive. Good evening to one and all present here. It gives me an immense pleasure to start this auspicious occasion by heartily welcoming you, one and all. I heartily welcome our chief guest and our interns coordinator and our fellow interns. We are at the junction where we closes one chapter and again start the chapter with same josh and enthusiasm. Stop and look around you and see you are in India, the most growing country in the world, and you are the part of Career Dreams Education's family, where we provide you a platform to become a face of every skill, of every talent. What is Career Dreams Education? Why I'm emphasizing more of it? Why my appreciation is not getting over? It's because it is an education oriented skill development enterprise. We are solemnly committed to provide clients with customized, listen to the words, customized educational assistance and education solutions to our young aspiring minds like you. And let me tell you one thing, we are very well proud because we are now certified with AICT as well as ISO 9001/2015. You can follow us on Instagram, you can mail us on our email ID, and you can stalk our activities on LinkedIn as well as other social media platforms like Twitter, WhatsApp, etc. and etc. Guys, a big round of applause to one and all, without whom the Curriculum Education family is incomplete. The one who always boosts our motivation, who always Mr. Karthik Gotwal, sir, Chief Executive Head, Mr. Vinayak Saxena, sir, Chief and Mara ma'am, Chief Administrative Head. Well, we have Rajiv, sir, and Ria, ma'am. Guys, is my voice audible? Anyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, it's all about.
Thank you so much, Anand, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, so guys, before I also want and Miss Ria ma'am, who is technical coordinator and managing hand. So before haunting the program, please a big round of applause, everyone on the chat box, which is providing on your Google Meet. You can just ping there like a small clapping emoji or another emoji with big positivity and enthusiasm. Everyone means everyone, so that I can boost with motivation. Okay, thank you. Thank you. This is all for the Career Educations, guys. So please make your emojis wider and enthusiastic. I just wish that. Thank you so much. Okay, technophilia. Yes, you're hearing right. Technophilia is highlighted by the stars or the pillars. Like guys, a house is always forming 4 pillars. Now this girl is equal to 4 pillars. Who is she? Yes, the overall managing coordinator, Miss Ria ma'am. Beauty with brain. Well, and let me introduce you today's speaker, who will take this who will take this awareness against cybercrime, Mr. P.N. Suman Sir. A big round of applause for the speaker and the coordinator. Come on, guys. Ma'am, who is this P.N. Suman Sir? Well, he is trainer in cybersecurity in Career Dreams Education. Okay, guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much. The greatest leader is not necessary. the one who deeds. The greatest things, they are the ones that gets the people to the greatest things. So leaders are very well renowned for their work, for the achievement, and always making the interns at the right direction. With the thoughts of कोशिश करने वालों की कभी हार नहीं होती, let's kickstart this program with this burst of enthusiasm and the josh and confidence you are showing before the program. Let me hand over this mic to the today's speaker, PN Suman sir. Sir,
Thank you, ma'am. Thanks a lot.
a big round of applause for you, sir. You can continue with the workshop, sir. Let this deal not break down, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Okay, guys, thank you so much.
So, guys, I hope the screen is visible, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Greetings to one and all. It gives me an immense pleasure to grace all of your presence in the interest of the session. It gives me tremendous contentment to welcome you all and the most esteemed. Before we begin the seminar, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to all of you who are sincerely committed to this event and to make it a grand success. This event would have been impossible without the support of each and everyone present here. First of all, I would wholeheartedly thank Career Dreams Education for giving me this wonderful opportunity. I'd like to thank Mr. Karthik sir, Miss Renu ma'am, Mr. Vinayak sir, Mr. Rajesh sir, Miss Ria ma'am, and most important of all of them, the kindest heart who are present here from all over the country. From north to south, from east to west, I welcome you. I welcome one and all. Seminars are organized and conducted for the general audience to gain insight and information that would remain effective in their life. Each topic for today's seminar was chosen keeping in mind and the interest of the youth. The topic of today's seminar is awareness against cybercrime. Internet has been most crucial part of today's world. But have you ever wondered how dangerous it could be when you're using internet in today's world? Through this seminar, an individual is given a platform to identify the vulnerable spot, gain understanding, focus on essential aspects, improve their awareness against cybercrime, your attitude against particular circumstances, and boost your confidence and provide practical solution to most of the problem. I ensure this seminar will be profitable and fruitful for everyone present here. So, guys, first of all, we'll see the objective of the and content of the seminar. First, we'll go with the introduction. We will what are different kind of cybercrime attacks and which are happening in today's world. Type of attacks like we'll discuss in the further slides. And secondly, we'll discuss the most crucial part. That is what steps you will take when you're a victim of some kind of attack. Okay, and let's say hacker has attacked you or you are harassed. So what steps you can take? See, most of you, you know what attacks are being done, what things are going on in today's world, but most of them don't know. Okay, they don't know how to handle the situation. On the next milestone, we'll discuss how to be safe and how what precautionary action we have to take so that this thing will not happen in the future. See, guys, the first kind of attack is cyber harassment. It's not kind of attack, but it's the thing which people are misusing of the internet. People misuse an internet and use it as they use it in a cheap level. They harass people, they bully people, and the saddest part is most of the people commit suicide, and it's the worst part, right? And second, it's money fraud. And I'm sure everyone who are present here might have heard this. Okay, and you get call from saying मैं इधर से बात कर रहा हूँ मुझे ये चाहिए, and it takes all your credit card information, it takes all your personal information, and it takes all your hard earned money. Okay, and this is most common, guys. And I'm sure if you look around, most of the people are victim of this, and they don't even say, yeah, I'm the victim. They feel ashamed. And the final one is data theft and hacking. It happens in a large scale. Okay, and this is a thing, okay, which hacking के बारे में सुनते आ जाता है कि हाँ ये होगा, ये हो रहा है. And recently we see data theft, data leaks, and ransomware attacks, where hackers, what they do, they hack your system and they demand ransom. Ransom matlab paisa. They ask you money, they ask you money in crores, millions. They and after getting money they will release all your data. Okay, so these are three pillars, we'll discuss this. And in this seminar, we'll discuss social engineering, frauds, and social media harassment. Guys, it's very common. So most of you who are present here are not from the technical background. So I'll take it as common as it is. Like सभी को पता चल जाए, सभी इसको समझ सके. I'll take it in that aspect. Okay. So guys, social engineering frauds. It's something that people like is कोई टेक्निकल नॉलेज नहीं चाहिए होता इसके लिए. So any people can do this. And I hope most of you have seen a web series called Jamtara. And you see how small children who are having basic set of phone are looting lakhs and lakhs of money. Okay, they're using techniques. They're using some techniques and which they convince people. And second is social media harassment. And let me make sure, guys, most of you present here might have gone through this. Okay, so let's say many are getting inbox, and some people are posting random stuffs. They're violating terms and posting pictures. I'll say what action you can take, what things you can do to protect yourself. So let's first discuss about social engineering attacks. So when it comes to social engineering attacks, the I will discuss only one part, that is credit card for frauds or money frauds, Paytm frauds, जो भी होता है उसके बारे में सोचेंगे. So what a hacker does, he will the phase one will be pre-engagement interaction. He will collect your data from somewhere. Somewhere you will get the data. Guys, in today's world, data is considered as the next oil. Earlier क्या होता था, अरब में ऑयल मिल गया, and it's big thing. But now data is everything. With data, a person can become as rich as he can, because using data he can advertise, he can gain money, he can do anything, guys, anything with that data. So next is intelligent gathering, and here what happens? He takes make use of public records. He goes through your social media, and he collects all the information at the first phase, beginning phase. He collects all your information, and finally he will exploit you. You know what it is for exploiting? He'll collect all your information. Let's say there is a person. Let's say there is a person called Anirudh. So what he does, he'll collect all the information of Anirudh, and finally he will attack him. He'll call, like, say Anirudh is interested in buying a camera. Okay, so he'll say camera is like camera 2 lakhs camera. He'll say it is available for 30,000. You have to give your credit card details and all, and they loot your money. And common technique the hackers are using is called phishing. So guys, phishing is some not what you think, like catching fish. Okay, it is something they create a fake page. Okay, they create a fake page and gather all your information. You will be in the context that it is real, but in actual this is fake. And finding this is very difficult. Okay, so this is a mastermind attack that many of the hackers are doing. And we should make sure that whenever you're giving your personal data, you should not give it in like, you should make sure that it is genuine page. Okay, so you can see, make sure that there is this page is secure. It is HTTPS, and there is SSL certificates and all, and then you should give your data. So today, I'll give you a case study. Okay, and guys, before this, let me tell you, nowadays COVID scams are also going on. And what they do, many hackers, what they do, they give you a fake link, and they will collect all your data. And also they create their own. They're creating their own WhatsApp group, and they're telling that they'll give appointment for some amount. They collect all your data and all, and they're making it as business. So government is also making sure that this doesn't happen, and they're posting it everywhere. So anyone here has come across this fraud, like credit card for a Paytm fraud, anything? Anyone can raise your hands. Just raise your hands. Okay, anyone has come across this?
गाइस, इफ यू हैव केम अक्रॉस दिस, आपका कभी क्रेडिट कार्ड हैक हुआ हो, सर ये बोल रहे हैं। अगर आप लोगों में किसी के हुआ है तो बताइए, अपना एक्सपीरियंस शेयर करिए सर को। आपका
Sir, I
कार्ड
have
का
received
इन्फॉर्मेशन
the
मांगा।
case of the same.
Yeah.
Once when I was working under Gurugram Police, so there was a victim who was जो actually sextortion का victim था.
Okay.
तो उस फील्ड के अंदर वो उसके साथ में चीज हुई थी। एक्चुअली एक हैकर ने उसको कॉल किया और उसने बोला कि उसके खिलाफ एफआईआर रजिस्टर हो गई है गुड़गांव के किसी साइबर क्राइम स्टेशन के अंदर।
Okay.
और वो बंदा डर गया क्योंकि उसको पता नहीं था कि डायरेक्टली पुलिस कभी भी कॉल नहीं करती है।
हाँ।
तो उस रीजन से फिर उसने अपनी सारी डिटेल बता दी, उसका घर में कौन है, उसके पापा क्या करते हैं, मम्मी क्या करती है, वो क्या करता है, आगे के प्लान वगैरह सब बताता है। सो दैट वाज समथिंग व्हिच आई केम अक्रॉस टू।
Yeah. So yeah, that's very dangerous. Like hackers क्या करते हैं, वो बोलते हैं कि I am this person and they take all the data, and data, as I told, is the new mine. So guys, let me share my personal experience. So I had a friend of mine. तो उसने क्या किया, he ordered some product and all, and he had caught into a scam. Like इसके कुछ 10,000 रुपए. It was like
Sir,
credit card
sir,
fraud.
Suman
Yes,
sir,
ma'am.
sorry
Yes,
to
ma'am.
interrupt you, sir. Sir, please can you explain in English? Because we are
Okay.
getting messages on the chat, sir. That's
Okay.
why.
Okay.
Yes,
Ma'am.
sir. Thank you.
So guys, yeah. So what happened? Some friend of mine was a victim of this. Hacker called him and he took all the credit card details and all, and 10,000 rupees of his was lost. So he was under panic and he couldn't tell to his family. He was a tender like 18, 17, 18 like that, but still he couldn't inform the same event to his parents. So he had no idea what to do. So at the first point of action, what he did was he raised a complaint in Paytm, and Paytm cell was like, just file a complaint in police station and send us the report. We'll block his we'll freeze his account. And what he did, he filed a complaint and he got a copy of a complaint, and then he sent the same complaint to the Paytm mail, and then his account was seized. And let me tell you guys, within few hours he got 5,000 rupees back to his account. And later on, Paytm only, this tech companies helped him to get back his money. And later on, I'll tell you the funniest part. After 3 years, the same police station are there, like calling us, and they're telling the person who attacked you, or the person who hacked you, is somewhere around UP. Okay, so the action which government take is very slow. This is what I have experienced. Okay, so when any this type of events happen, first point of action, complaint it to the tech giants. Okay, they will the private policy is very amazing, the perfect, they will take a strict action as soon as possible. So now I'm very proud to say Karnataka government also has a new law. Earlier what used to happen is bank crime जो भी होता है, so whatever bank crime would happen, so it would take 2 days to freeze their account. But new this golden rule, so within hours police or bank can seize the account where the amount has been transferred. So it's a very good step. Okay, so guys, whenever if you are under this kind of threat, first contact the your credit card company, or any service provider you are using, and then go to the nearest police station. Also, I'll discuss further what steps you can take. Okay, so guys, next here comes social media harassment. It will take, I will tell, it is very important. Okay, the first thing, paisa of money, if it goes it can come back, but this is very important because it is matter of our personal pride, and also mental peace as well. First we'll see about newspaper columns. A 17-year-old school girl committed suicide. Reason? Virtual harassment. Remember, back in 2012, a girl named Amanda Todd became famous because of her death. 15-year-old Amanda killed herself. Reason? Cyberbullying. Cyberbullying is somewhat like a person is bullying through the internet. Can you imagine? So through the internet, is harassing them, bullying them, and result, she committed suicide. It's very sad. Indian woman kills herself in Chennai. Reason? social media harassment. These are the news regular visitor of the newspaper columns. Factually, Indian children are the most cyberbullied in this whole world. This can happen anyone, anywhere. Go out, it's not safe for people. Stay home, it's not safe either. And when I uh, tell people, most importantly, girls, okay, go out, it's not safe for girls. And stay home, it's not safe either. Then, how safe is your safety? How private is your privacy? In the name of trolls and jokes, internet users tend to harm the other users in certain ways, just with the context of getting more attention and fan following. But at what cost? Someone else's life? Really? There is a very fine line between trolling someone and harassing someone, and bullies tend to cross that line all over massively. Leaving absurd comment in someone's picture, sharing someone's private photos to everyone without their permission, blackmailing, profile cloning, photoshopping, stalking are just a few examples of this nuisance. We'll first see stats and seriousness of this issue, and then we'll see a case study of one of my friend who has faced the same kind of cyberbully or cyber attacks. 60% of social media users are harassed to some extent. This harassment affect the victims mentally too. As a solution to this, 20% delete their Facebook account, which is not the solution to the problem. Deleting the account, that doesn't mean your data is also deleted, right? Because a person cannot take a screenshot. He could have made a copy of that. 38% of Facebook users have faced harassment and have come forward with registering this complaint. Similarly, 23% on Instagram, 14% on WhatsApp, 10% on Snapchat, and 9% on Twitter. When these complaints are lodged, only 41% of the cases are being investigated. And how many victims have lost their life and future to this? Countless. Even though these cases are solved, people don't take this virtual harassment seriously. Hence, punishment are not stringent. Guys, like even today, government are trying to ban this media, social media like Instagram. Recently, we have heard the news. But the thing is, instead of banning this, sure, the government should make strict rules. Okay, and most importantly, people should be aware of this. So we'll discuss in further slides. Just because you can't attribute to any physical harm caused to a person doesn't mean there is underlying harm or loss caused to someone. Defaming someone's reputation is an offense and it has its own consequences. It can happen as a result of a fight or a revenge. If it is a reason, if it is the reason, make sure you inform the concerned authorities if asked for motive. It It can also happen to blackmail someone for the personal gain. In such cases, make sure you lodge a police complaint, along with your parents by your side. We neglect social media harassment, and our mentality always points toward the belief that physical extortion are the real harassment, or these are the real crimes. And virtual harassment are not even included in the mainstream crime, at least in even in people's mind. People should be aware of this. Virtual harassment is too bad, okay, because it harms people physically, emotionally, psychologically. It harms people. It harms mentality of the people. But why does it happen? First and foremost reason behind this increased virtual harassment is the culprit is under the pretext that his or her identity is anonymous, and this heinous act won't trail back to the ones they erase their account. It's a misconception. People, what they do, they try all this. They hack, they bully, and at last, what they do, they think, if I delete the account, I cannot be caught. But that is a real misconception. Okay, it's false. They can easily be caught because whenever you're using internet, you're leaving your digital footprint everywhere, and the digital footprint cannot be easily erased. Secondly, growing up with this social media era, we know that people have thirst to fame and popularity. To gain easy attention, misusing someone's private information is the way of people with ill mind. And we know How easily people victim shame even in physical harassment. How about when you are a victim of virtual harassment? Most people don't even believe it. Our society will naturally tell a victim to stop posting in social media rather than shutting up the wrong door. Wouldn't that save another another person's mental peace too? Virtual harassment are as cruel as physical harassment. Eve teasing even happen in electronic form. Guys, eve teasing, when we say like when people is going physically, it is not that. Even in virtually, eve teasing as like it has very bad consequences. So where are we safe? The question is, where are we safe? Are we safe? Social media gave hopes to lot of women to express the idea and inspire other women too. But hasn't it crossed limits to even harass someone in virtual platform just with the advantage that you can hide your identity? So, guys, I hope most of you have faced this kind of problem. And, guys, blocking the harasser is no solution to this. In further slides, I'll say you should not yeah, you should block the harasser, but along with that, you should take some steps. Okay, so if one person stands up, guys, if one person stands up against this, many person will shut up their doings. So you should not be afraid of anything. Don't be afraid when these things happen. In most of the cases, victims don't share it with anyone and end up going into depression and messing up things. True. Yeah, true. India's cyber law and IT law is not at all strong, but these apps take care of the user's privacy. As I told before, this app, and let me repeat, this app take care of the user privacy. Now, with a case study, we'll see what can be done. So let's take a scenario, okay? Like this, I've faced it personally. One of my friend has faced this problem. So there was like a meme page. As you see, a meme page, some local, uh, like some falto army, he made that page, okay? So what he did, after making a page, he took personal pictures and then he made some ugly videos, and then he posted into his social media account. And we tried to contacting him, but he was like, first of all, we don't know the identity of the person, and secondly, when we approached him, he was like, I can't do anything, I want fame. Okay, so he was not ready to delete that post also. And this girl was under depression because these things cannot be shared. At the first point, this thing cannot be shared. And what a girl can do, what she can do. And secondly, and afraid to go to the police station as well, because people consider it as her mistake, rather than shutting up the wrong door. So first thing, when this thing happen, I will tell you what to do. And we did this as well. Okay, first, go to that post and then copy the link of the post. Okay, this is very important. And in the same page, you can go to report and report a problem. When you report a problem, say report spam or abuse, click on that, and after that you'll get a page like this. Okay, so here what you can do, you fill all the necessary details. Say, see in the second photo also, they ask for link that you're reporting, so you have to post the link and explain everything, what happened with you, and where did you get the photo, everything. Explain everything in brief. And let me tell you guys, we got very responsive response very fast. We got a response from Instagram saying that thank you for bringing this attention and all. And further, they asked some further information. Again, we responded to the person saying that this image or this details was taken from a personal Instagram ID, and this is everything. It is done, and we told everything. Because, guys, let me tell you one thing: when this kind of thing happens, don't don't be afraid and take action as soon as possible. Because if you delay it, there is a chances that it may go viral. Okay, there is a chances. Okay, and once this goes viral, it will be very difficult to remove from all the sites. Okay, and then we got another reply from Instagram itself stating we have to prove our identity. And to prove our identity, we sent the 10th mark sheet. and thus the post was removed. See how simple it was.
Sir,
And guys,
sir, actually, in the chat box, there's a question that,
yeah,
for instance, there is one person whose friend account, like fake account, has been made.
yeah,
Okay. So in that case, what solution we can give? Like what we can do to protect our accounts? Like people always make fake accounts, right? Of our
yeah, yeah.
names, photos, and all
Yes,
those
yes,
stuff.
got
So
it,
how
ma'am.
we
Got
deal
it,
with
ma'am.
them? Yeah.
Got it, ma'am. Wonderful question. Yeah, I appreciate that. So when this kind of things happen, copy that link profile, and when you go to the copy link and report the same thing, and there also you'll get the same page. And here in the description, tell them this is not me. They have made a fake account of mine, and this is just pretending to be me. Okay, and here explain everything, whatever the problem is, like give all your details, share your identity, this is my real identity, and then the same action will be taken, and I assure that. Okay, so these tech giant company are very much concerned about your privacy. When these kind of things happen, they take action, they take strict action against them, they directly block that account. Is that clear? Bharadwaj, Anusia, Bharadwaj, ma'am.
Is the doubt clear, ma'am? I think.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
I
Yes,
hope
sir.
so.
Clear.
Fine.
Yes, sir. Clear. Thank you,
So
ma'am.
this
Thank you very
thing
much.
is not only limited to Instagram. It is limit. Applies to everywhere. Twitter, Facebook, everywhere. Just report that. Take the official email ID and reply whatever happened with you. So say whatever. See, many things you should not take this lightly. When this thing happens, you should take action as soon as possible. And here you should not like physically need not go anywhere. Simply what you have to do, you have to mail it. And secondly, what you can do is like if you are afraid of going to police station and all, nearest police station and all, government of India has made taken an amazing initiative. They have launched their own portal. It is called National Cybercrime Reporting Portal. And here what happens is it's the same thing, like you can online register your complaint online, and you need not go to any police station. And they take action strictly. Let me say they take action. And you'll get call again, you'll get call, like they will ask you what exactly happened. Here you can report anything. It is like if we take example of Instagram, you can select the state, and then further on same procedure. You have to, you will get a form. You have to fill the form one by one and explain what happened with you and attach the necessary proofs. And if you are not well aware about this website and all, there is a easy method as well. So what you can do, you can call the helpline number. So you can call this helpline number, and in this case also they will take a strict action against them. They are very fast. Let me tell you guys, the Indian cyber army is very fast. They will take strict action against whatever things have happened with you. They will take strict action. And also guys, you can also mail your complaint to this cybercell.ica.in. They will respond you as soon as possible. Guys, after this, I'll just tell you one thing. Remember, your friend's friend is not a friend unless you know them personally. Do not accept unknown follow requests just to increase your likes and followers, because one fine day, your social media popularity doesn't matter, but your safety does. And when these things when these things happen, there is nothing to hide or ask help for. You can ask help for anyone. You can ask help, like you're asking a brother. You can ask your friend. You can ask help. There is no shame in it. You should report the issue, and when you delay, the problem will be bigger. Because cops can bring it down from few pages, but if it goes viral, then it would be a hectic task. Some people Photoshop pictures, and they mentally harass them. If it is all about mindset, okay, it is all about mindset. Still, if you feel any problem, you can anytime you can contact us. So it will be a pleasure to help you in this case. Guys, if you have any questions, any comments, you can please let me know, or you can ask anything.
Yeah, sir. There's a question in the chat box. Like Anirudh sir. Anirudh sir.
Yes, ma'am, I saw that. So I had gone through the portal and got response within few weeks. Yeah, perfect. And when these things happen, these portals, what they do, these cops, what they do, they genuinely respond to your emails. They genuinely respond to your complaints, because it cannot be delayed, or it cannot be say बाद में देख लेंगे, ऐसे नहीं. Because it should be action should be taken as soon as possible. That's the thing. Guys, you can open up. You can speak anything. You can ask anything.
Sir, before the questions, let Vinayak sir, Karthik sir, and Renu ma'am
Yes, ma'am.
want to add something into it, and then we'll take the questions.
Sure, ma'am. Sure, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Sure. Okay. Karthik sir, Vinayak sir, Renu ma'am, can you add something into it, sir? Do you want to add something to the information, ma'am? Sir?
Uh, no, it's a really very informative, and I think it's a really motivational session for us as well, because sometime being a girl point of view, sometime we are just thinking like we are under in a very under pressure, and we are a family pride, and so sometimes it's a abusement. It's a really informative, and thank you so much, Suvarna sir.
You're welcome, ma'am. It's a pleasure.
Okay, over to you, sir.
Karthik, Vinayak sir?
I think, ma'am, Vinayak sir.
Okay, ma'am.
Vinayak sir.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Now, guys, you can add, like, if you have any queries, you can please ask your queries, open up your mic, and sir will answer your queries for sure. And
Yeah,
if anyone is having problem in English, then I'll convert that portion in Hindi for sure for you. But don't worry, open up your problem, guys. In Hindi or English, both are welcome.
So somebody asked here, can you give more example of Twitter and LinkedIn? So when it comes to Twitter, you can do the same thing. When you go to the every post, there is a three dots, and when you click that, there is option to report that post. Okay, report that tweet. So you can report the same thing, and it same goes with LinkedIn as well. And the saddest part, like I have personally seen nowadays, is people are using this LinkedIn as their dating websites. Like LinkedIn is meant for professional use. Okay, so most of them, what they do, they just follow the request, and they do the same thing which they're doing in the other social media. They're doing the same thing in LinkedIn also. That's the saddest part, because LinkedIn is meant for a professional use. There is a request for non-technical student. Can you give a demo for reporting against these crimes? Please don't see. Let me tell you, when these things happen,
Sir, your sound is not audible.
now is it audible, right, ma'am?
Yes,
Yeah.
audible. You can
So
go.
guys, this is the website. Actually, I could have demonstrated you, but there is no cases. So this is the page which you get when you open the national NCP portal. Okay, so first of all, you have to log in and all, and then they will use the same form. It is very easy, guys. There is no rocket science in it. So when you open this, no, you will get a page. As you see some Google Forms like that, you get a page. They'll ask your email ID. Next they will ask you some details, and then they will ask the description of and nature of the complaint. And when they ask for nature of the complaint, just explain what exactly happened with you. Okay, and explain everything. This thing, my post has been deducted, and everything same, whatever it is. It's simple. It's a single step. After this page, you'll get a same page like this only, and here and there you can explain everything. It's no rocket science. It will be easy. And even if you get any if you're stuck or you're in any trouble, you can just contact me or Career Dreams.
Thank you so much, sir. Anyone else have any issues? You can write. If you're feeling shy to come up on the mic, no issues, guys. You can write in the chat box. Sir will get back to you. Sir, there's a question. Sir, do you think cybersecurity? Yes, sir. That question.
Yes. So Aditi ma'am has asked, sir, sometimes private accounts on Instagram got hacked in which there is no fake followers, and how this happened. It is possible because when we talk about like hacking and all, so what hacker does, you might have come across many cases where what hacker does, you will hack into even you have seen many cases where hacker has hacked into professional accounts like many like Amitabh's account or Elon Musk account. Yes, hacked that. Hackers have hacked that. Okay, it is the same case. It's the same case of that where a hacker hacks the account and he gets the details. And when we talk about that, the main reason is the weak password. Okay, so when you have a weak password, it can easily be cracked. Okay, there is attack called brute force attack, due to which there is easily this accounts can be hacked. And one more thing, let me tell you guys, whenever you are using any kind of attacks, make sure that you enable two-factor authentication, because when you enable this two-factor authentication, it becomes impossible or hectic task for the hackers to hack your account. Okay, so you see, many of the time. What happens, you told, as you told, since they have no followers, this thing happens. Someone with any name, let's say I'm your friend. Okay, I'm really your friend, and then I have an account, and secretly I'm having some revenge on you. So I will create another page. Okay, there I'll post it. It can be the case of this also. And to prevent from all this, you have to like give your like you have to first of all you have to enable two-factor authentication, keep a strong password, and make sure that when in a password, make sure that you don't include a name, date of birth, phone number and all, because that is easily guessed, it can be easily guessed. And when you're trying some attacks and all, it can easily be guessed. If I am trying brute force and let's say my name is Sumant, so possibilities are there that my password may contain some characters of my name. Okay, so first I will try with that. So make sure that whenever you're giving the password, make sure your name is not included, your date of birth is not included. It makes a hectic task for a hacker to crack that. Am I clear?
Guys, yes, Renu
Another wonderful,
Yes, sir. Very clear.
Yes,
another
please.
wonderful question from Anargya ma'am. She says whether cyber security should be included in schools and all. Yes, it should be, because nowadays also with new education policy, coding and all has been included from elementary classes. So the cyber security now in today's world from internet era, this cyber security subject should also be included. It's the most crucial thing. What should next is Simran ma'am. She has asked what should we take in advance so that we do not become victim of cyber crime. That's a good point. So as I told, whenever you are using your any accounts, and don't make sure that you don't share your personal data. So what happens in many cases, yeah, many cases, what you do, you upload some of your photos, and hacker thoroughly investigates your account, and he takes minute data, and using the data, he like misuses that. And first of all, make sure that whenever you're like when you're in social media, only your friends are there with you, and don't let an outsider. And if you're creating a public account, make sure that you don't post any public like private data, so that it can be misused.
So there are another queries for
Yes.
other applications like Uber, Zomato, and all those stuff. So there's a question regarding that. So
There's some apps like Uber. Yes. So when I talked about data, this data is most crucial part. And like one suggestion I want to give for to all the girls present here. So whenever you take like go to shopping and whatever it is, make sure that you don't give a personal number there. Most of the time when we go to more or supermarket, DMart and all, uh, what we do, we give they ask for your phone number details, and I suggest you not to give it. And even though if you're giving it, make sure that you are using for two phone numbers, one for personal use and one for professional use, whatever it is. And when it comes to Uber, Swiggy, Ola and all, And there is a data breach also. We cannot help with that. Okay, so most of the time, if you're using say ordering a pizza from Domino's, we cannot give other address, right? So we have to give a genuine address. And there is a recent security breach where details of the like users of Domino's data has been leaked in the dark web. So we cannot help that. Some companies, some problem, like they face some problems and their data has been leaked. And but one thing I'd suggest is whenever you're posting some like you're giving your details, make sure even then don't give your personal details. And even if you're having some harassment and all, you can complain in the same way. And recently we have seen a Zomato guy some random things, and even in that case Zomato has taken action against them.
Yes, sir. Okay. So, sir, there's a last question. Please read that out, sir. Actually, I'm connected with my phone.
Okay, hello.
This
So many companies which face this issue about leaking their website database on the darknet. What are the preventive measures that company can? Yes, preventive measure the company can take is they have to make their strong cyber like strong internal policy, because most of the time when these things happen, these things are leaked because of internal things only. See, like common example when I gave Ravan was killed because of his internal disputes. Like his brother only was the main reason for his death. Same thing happens with the companies as well. So they should make sure that their internal policy should be amazing. Because let's say there is a traitor in the firm. Because of the traitor only, these details have been leaked. Okay, so only thing we can do is we should make a strong internal policy so that these things will not happen again. So this is one thing which I like to say. That's it, guys. And anything else?
So there's a question from Dikshan on site, measurement for laptop and other, like, yeah.
Yeah, just a second.
Anirudh, sir? Yeah.
Which question, ma'am?
Sir, there's a question, last question on Dikshan on site. Anirudh, sir, can you read that question, please?
Measurements, do we yeah, measurements
that
do you take? Yes, guys. So when we come about this nowadays, when you're using many of the website, like see, when you're using laptop or mobile also, make sure that all the details you're accessing all the details using secure website. Okay, and most of the time when you get many details like click this account, you'll get free iPhone, free laptop, free TV, these messages you get. And when you open that website, these websites secretly capture your photo. Okay, they access your webcam. But nowadays the Google Chrome and all they're like developed, the security policies have been developed. So when before accessing the webcam and all, they ask for the permission. But even after this, sometimes there is a because of some glitch, they find a vulnerability spot, and because of this they even access a webcam. So whenever you're using any website, make sure that it is secure, and don't go into any website which are like ngrok, servio.net. This type of website you should not never use that. So can we
Sir, I
post?
had a
Yeah.
Yeah, Anirudh, sir.
so recently there are news that WhatsApp are taking our data and Facebook is taking over it. So is it safe or is it now unsafe to use WhatsApp?
Yeah, very good question, guys. Give question, Anirudh. All guys appreciate him. Just like a clapping emoji. It's a good question, because nowadays we are thinking many of the people who
Thank you,
thought
sir.
we should delete WhatsApp. Okay, many of them started using uh, uh, Signal and Telegram also. But let me tell you guys, when WhatsApp is updating its privacy policy, they are making sure that WhatsApp chats are end-to-end encrypted, which means no person from outside cannot read your chats. Okay, even a government authority cannot read your chats. And in case you see, you store a backup in a phone and all, and in case if you are like using that backup and you're trying to decrypt it, it's very hectic task, because the algorithm is also very strong. So you need not worry about anything. And some things their bot changes, but it doesn't affect the privacy policy of the user. You are very free to use that.
And Sorry,
I
Yes,
sorry
ma'am.
to interrupt you, sir.
excuse me.
Sorry to
Wait,
interrupt you.
yes, Renu ma'am. Yes, Renu ma'am.
Yes. Actually, I would like to add one thing. आप सभी ने ये देखा होगा कि अभी ट्विटर को भी बैन किया गया है और व्हाट्सएप को भी बैन करने की बात हो रही थी और ट्विटर को भी पूरी तरह से बैन करने का हो रहा था. उसमें आपकी साइबर सिक्योरिटी से रिलेटेड ही क्वेश्चन किया गया था. जो आपने किया है वो गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया ने भी कहा था कि जिस तरह की बुलिंग जो हो रही है उसके लिए आपको एक ऑफिशियली एक ऑफिसर अपॉइंट करना होगा. यू हैव टू अपॉइंट अ ऑफिसर जो कि ग्रीवेंसेस ले सके. किसी के साथ में अगर कोई गलत हो रहा है तो उसकी ग्रीवेंसेस को वो ले सके और ग्रीवेंसेस लेके और उनको आगे क्लियर कर सके. सो इस तरह की चीजों के लिए ऑलरेडी हमारी गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया ऑलरेडी एक्शन मोड में है. So no need to be worried.
Yes, ma'am. Exactly. So even government is updating the security policies as well. So we
Exactly,
need not worry about anything. Yes, ma'am. That's
Thank
And
you
it was very good question.
for this amazing response, ma'am. Thank you so much, Renu ma'am, for this amazing response. And people were getting afraid, ma'am. Now they have a relief by your answer for sure.
Sir, I would like to ask a question, sir.
Yeah, sure.
Sir, now we all know about how the cyber crime is going on, and also we take some actions like we try to delete our history in the Google search, or we try to delete our messages, and sometimes we and they even say that rather than using Google, you have to use different search engines. Is it really worth it to change the search engine to DuckDuckGo or other web search engines? And do you think it will be safer for us?
Yes. Let me tell you. So when you're using any internet, when you're using surfing through the internet, so every details of you is been tracked. Okay, then you're leaving your digital footprint. Let's say, as you told, you can shift the browser. But what if you're in the same other browser also you've logged in through your Gmail ID? Because it will be synced, right? It will be synced in each and every account. So even if you want to keep your digital tracks secure, you can use incognito, because that will not be updated in other websites. See, even if I give you example, if I type my name also, so it shows all the things. Okay. See, it will many things. Sorry, let me type my name. See, everything is about me only. It's a PN Suman, it's me. Like everything, some things like whichever I have left the digital footprint comes here. And also you can go to your Gmail, Google settings, and there also you can see your history, wherever you have visited, what and all things you have done. And if you want to clear your digital footprint, you can go to Google Manage Your Accounts, because nowadays I think most of it using Google account only. So you can go to Manage Your Account, and then there you can clear all your data. So by that, all your digital footprints will be cleared from everywhere. Like even when I'm using this, when I'm using in lap and in my phone, whatever search in my lap, it will be updated to my phone as well. So it is everywhere it is synced. Okay, and when we talk about different type of browser also keep tracks of cookies, caches, and all everything. So all your digital information will be that tracks will be like it will be kept track of everything. All your activities will be kept track of. But you need not worry about that. But because either you can because most of the tracks which Google keeps or Google keeps is for your like benefit only. So you need not worry about that. And also you can change your browser, but that would not make any help to any extent. Okay. So it also, if you're using there also, if you're signing in through Google, here also all the digital footprints will be updated there.
Sir, can I add something question
Yes,
related to it?
Yeah, sure.
Sir, actually, she asked a very good question. So whenever you are using any of the browser, first of all, try to clear the cache and the cookies too, so that you can perform any type of action. So never try to save any password which is highly secured for yourself. If you want to save a password like 123 star, try to save that password, but never try to save a password which is related to Gmail. And another thing is if you want to try to in searching in different browsers, try to use a guest browser. Try to use a guest browser, so you can do anything. So whenever you try to log in with a guest browser, it will never ask you any Gmail or anything. So you can do any type of actions, and you can do any type of attacks like that. And moreover, someone asked me, and in the message box, and a boy sends a music to a girl, and he was hacked due to that music. So it's an music encryption one, an encryption which is added to the music. So it was downloaded within the system, and the bug will automatically pass it through all the systems. So some of the bugs like Trojans, so they are called as Trojans, and some more bugs will be there, in which they can make your system to eat away your system speed and access. So apart from that, and if you want to do some accurate browsers like that, so Chrome is the commonly used browser. So apart from that, try to use other browsers from Google, Chrome. So it takes so much of memory actually. So try to avoid other than Chrome. So I have done with some of the attacks, and I have somewhat hands-on experience with bug analyst and bug bounty too. So it's
Yes,
over to Suman sir.
yes. So I would like to add one more point. So as he told, like music wala example was as he told. So let me tell you, there is something called spyware. So if you are a cybersecurity intern in CD, you might know that. So let me tell you, I'll give you a brief what a payload is. So what nowadays common example, what will happen is I will send you a PDF. In PDF, I will embed a payload. And with that payload, if I say if I'm sending you into Android, I'll make a Android payload. It will be installed to your phone, and through that payload I can access your phone. Your whole phone will be under my control. I can access your cam, I can access your screen, I can access anything. I can access every single thing from my phone. It is payload, okay. And also you should not, as I told, you should not share your Gmail account, because using your Gmail account, Find My Device, using Find My Device, your phone can be locked also, it can be erased also. So that's the point. So
So there is a question in the chat box about the cookies.
yeah.
Yeah.
Cookies and caches are used to like increase the efficiency of the website. So most of the time you need not worry about anything, these things, caches and cookies. But as Manikanta sir told, when you're if you want a good speed and all, you can clear all the caches and then restart it. It will give you, so you need not worry about caches and cookies. And when you're using incognito, it will not save your caches and cookies.
Sir, can you give some good examples of softwares which people can use to protect their computers, their phones, and all those stuff from the
Yeah.
hackers?
See, when as I told, when I gave example of spyware in Android, so it is updated regularly. So best software which I suggest is any antivirus. Any antivirus softwares will be fine, because these will detect.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Can you tell about something about incognito?
मैंने बॉर्नविटा का पैकेट मंगा लिया बॉर्नविटा पी लेते हैं मैं और दिव्यांश
Divyansh sir, you can ask the question. You can mute yourself so that sir can answer you. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, I'll get back to you. So as I was telling, when this spyware things, the Android, the Google Play Store, they scan for all the apps. So whenever any user is trying to install this payloads and all, it sometimes detects. And I am sure most of you have observed this. When you're sending a JavaScript file in Gmail, the JavaScript file you cannot send, because using JavaScript, most of the like viruses are made using JavaScript also, some viruses and all. So you cannot send a JavaScript file in Gmail. I'm sure most of you have used that. So when I say about this, you can use any antivirus software, it will detect it. And when you're using incognito, it does not like your all your browsings are kept secure. So no data, caches and cookies are saved, because no cache and cookies are saved, and your history is not saved in incognito. So when you're using normal browser, you will need to sometimes. I'm sure most of you have experienced this. You're giving an exam, like say TOEFL exam, okay, or a GRE exam. If you might be knowing what GRE and TOEFL if you're trying for abroad. So these things are externally monitored by proctors also. That time they'll ask to clear all your browser caches and cookies, so that your systems speeds up.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Can you tell something about more?
Soui.inaya. Can you please mute yourself, ma'am?
Saujanya, ma'am.
Hello, sir. I had a question.
Yeah.
Sir, do you think India's cyber security game is strong enough?
No. It's not.
If not, what is that one step that one major step that our government should take to improve?
See, as I told,
According
yeah,
to you.
both questions are related itself. India's cybersecurity law is not at all strong. When we take example of other countries, US, Canada, and all, their IT policies are very strong. But India IT policy has not been updated from 1972. I guess I'm number I'm not clear, but it has been not updated from a long time. These IT policies.
Yes, it has
Janu,
not.
ma'am, can you please mute your mic, ma'am, please? If you have any questions, you can ask, ma'am. I think. Okay, sir. Okay.
Thank you, Suman sir.
Recently, when I opened, there was yes, even Chrome, what happens, phishing pages and all, we create easily using some tools. There are some tools we use like Nextfisher, Selfish, and all. And this, when we create a phishing tool and all, there is a link starting from NGRO or localhost or Surveyor.net. And these websites or links are detected by Google Chrome easily. And whenever they ask, they say this website is not safe. And there is an internal scanning system also which says whether this website is safe or not. And many people are asking the same thing, how this payload, webcam, and these things have been accessed. So I will come to that. The next seminar we are planning to take the practical session of everything. So when the payloads are being installed, they are readily made so that all your permissions are being accepted. Already you are given all the permissions, so that it will not ask your permission again. When you are installing a payload.apk, it will ask all the information in the beginning: your contact information, your geographic information, your webcam, all the storage information, all the information they ask at the beginning only. So again, we not give any information, but the good thing is, if you are using an antivirus in a phone or even Google Play Store also, they scans for the app regularly, and they will say whether this app is genuine or not.
So some payloads are fully undetectable. Those can be not detected by antivirus. And also, how can we prevent from those?
I totally agree with this, because some time back I was using some payload. Okay, at that time it was not being detected using Google Play Store. It was not being detected, but later on what happened? It was updated. Okay, then the Google Play Store was detecting this is a malicious thing. To install this software and all, like payloads and all, it needs our permission, right? So we should not give access to the system. So if I'm gaining access to your phone even for 20 seconds, I can install the payload. Okay, you saw that now you have to make sure that you don't give your phone.
Question is that only, sir. How
You
can
don't
we
give-
detect that this is a payload? If it is fully undetectable, then how can we know that we should not give this permission? Because many apps nowadays take permission. Then how
Yeah.
can we know that this is a payload which is fully undetectable?
Yeah. So first of all, you should download software from the trusted source. So you should not download. The first thing is, you should not download the softwares and all from untrusted source. Right? Like say you are downloading some mode APKs. Obviously, that is not safe. Okay. And even if you're downloading, make sure that you're not give all the permissions. You make sure that you're thoroughly research about that things. And nowadays, people are even using PDF as payload. So if a payload has been sent from unknown person, why should you open that? That's the question. So I see people playing PUBG even after ban. So what we can do, even if it is banned, people are using VPN and they're using it. So some things cannot help. We should take action from our side only. So we should not download software from like an untrusted website. We should make sure that whatever you're using is from trusted source.
Okay, sir. So there are some websites people usually tell that use HTTPS